Hi, Larissa, how are you?
Hi, teacher.
Hi, Larissa, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, Larissa, let me share my screen, please. Give me 1 second. Hi, Larissa, can you see my screen?
No, teacher.
Sorry, let me check. Maybe my internet. What about now? Can you see me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, guys. Can't see me. Okay. Hey, Daniel, hey, Larissa, let's get ready. Whenever you can, please turn your cameras on. We're going to start the explanation of the first part of today's class. In a moment.
Hello, teacher. Hello, Lisa.
Guys. All right, so I don't think maybe Camila won't join us in a little bit. Let's see the first part of the class. So today we're going to see the different uses of the verb be. It's quite easy. However, sometimes we don't know all the ways that we can use this verb. So, So let's start. Probably this is one of the most common uses of the verb be, which is occupations. So occupations could be anything, you know, anything that you do. So for example, when someone asks you, what do you do? So for example, this question goes for you, Larissa. What do you do? How will you answer that question?
I'm a community manager.
You're what, sorry?
Community manager.
Okay, great. So remember, no, this is the verb that we have to pay attention. No, what do you do? No, do. So for example, I'm a teacher, right? What about you, Daniel? What do you do?
I'm a software developer.
Excellent, thank you very much. So remember, guys, always contractions, right? Right? Anything, no? Everyone has occupation, right? From students, from I don't know, engineers, doctors, etc. Right? So this is your occupation. And to answer this question, we always use the verb be. All right? So let's see. Larissa, could you read these three examples, please?
I'm a teacher. Susan is a project director. Sam is a taxi driver.
Excellent, great. He's a director, no? Director. So great. So remember the first use of the verb be, occupations, all right? Let's see the next one. So this is related with nationalities. So, if I ask you, Daniel, where are you from? What will you ask? How will you ask?
I'm from Bolivia.
Okay. And what is your nationality?
My nationality is Bolivia.
All right. So pay attention. Here it's saying that we use the verb be to talk about nationalities, right? What's the verb be? Am, right? So how will you answer that?
I'm Bolivian.
Excellent. Yes. So well, we all are Bolivian, right?
Right.
Okay, great. So we can also second use of the verb be. We use the verb be to talk about our nationalities. All right. Daniel, could you read these 3 examples, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
Luis is American. He's not Mexican, but his family is from Mexico. Amy is Japanese.
Excellent. Great. All right. Remember second use nationalities. Let's see the third one. So let's see. Larissa, what? Sorry. How old are you?
I am 24 years old.
Excellent. Remember contractions. And
I
it could be any number, no? Years old, or it could be years of age. Either way, no? Or you can just say for example, I'm 35. No, you can just say the number, sorry. I can say I'm 35. That's fine. If you want to, you can mention years old, that's the complete answer, but it's not necessarily. All right, here we understand that's your age, right? What about you, Daniel? How old are you?
I'm 25 years old.
25. Okay, great. So awesome. This is the best way to answer this question. Okay, how old are you? Well, I'm blah, blah, blah. That's all. Larissa, could you read these 2 examples, please?
Susan is 25 years old. Luis is 24.
Great, thank you very much. All right, let's see the next use. Okay, remember the 3 uses? What uses how we seen so far, Larissa, for the verb be? What was the first one? Can you hear me? Sorry.
No entendí, teacher.
Okay, that's fine. I'm going to write it, okay? So how many uses of the verb be we've seen until this point, until now? How many uses? The first one, remember, it was about, I think it was nationalities. What was the second one?
No, the second one was nationalities. But I don't remember the first one.
What about you? Larissa?
What we do, our nationality, and
Occupation.
Yes, you, no? You, occupation.
Occupations.
Great. Nationalities, and what else?
the age.
Age, great. Okay, so we've seen 3. I'm trying to help you guys to remember because we have many uses. I believe we're going to see 8 or 7. So let's continue. All right, let's see the next one. Okay, so the next one, number 4. Okay, number 4. We use the verb be to talk about hate. All right. So Daniel, how tall are you?
I'm 1.80 meters tall.
Okay, 1.8 meters tall. Excellent. Okay, what about you, Lex? How tall are you?
I'm 1.67. meter.
Okay, excellent. All right. So we're using the verb be to talk about our height, right? Height is like how tall are we? Daniel, could you read these two examples, please? Thank you.
She's 5 feet 6 inches. She's 1.65 meters tall.
Excellent, great. All right. So remember, for use of the verb be, our height. All right. Let's see the next one. All right. So we also use, sorry, we use the verb be to talk about our feelings. I think I mentioned this before. Anyways, so let's see a question. How do you feel today, Larissa? How do you feel?
I feel happy.
Okay, great. What about you, Daniel?
I'm tired now.
Great. I'm tired. All right. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten. I'm very hungry. And then we can mention our feeling. No, it's okay. We can answer with feel. However, we can also answer with am, right? Am and whatever you feel. Let's see, Daniel. Oh, sorry, Larissa. Could you read these two examples, please?
Luis isn't sad. He's hungry.
Yes, excellent. Now, obviously, we can mention this in positive and negative, right? For example, this is a negative. He's saying something in a negative statement, right? He's saying he isn't sad. Now, remember, he is not. He isn't, but contractions, right? And then he's saying he is angry, right? So, if we could say, use this example to describe how do we feel, how will you do that? Let's describe the opposite or the negative of a feeling, and then let's say how do we feel. Okay, I'm going to start. Let's follow this example. Okay, I'm not. Let's see. I'm not sleepy. I'm hungry. So I'm describing something that I don't feel. No, I'm not sleepy. I'm hungry, right? So what about you, Daniel? Can you mention a feeling that you don't feel, and then how do you feel?
I'm not sad.
Okay.
But I'm I'm happy today.
Okay. You could have said the previous feeling that you mentioned, no? That you're tired.
But I'm tired. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So before I ask you the same question, Larissa, obviously we can also add some other words to then sound like very like too straight, no? I'm not sleepy. I'm just tired, for example, or I'm just hungry. No, this just is like just, no, I just feel this other way. I'm not sleepy. It could be but also too, no? But I'm not sleepy, but I'm just hungry. You know? We can always change these they're called prepositions. We can also use linking words. So we can also always use other words. That's what I wanted to explain. No, we can always add other words. It doesn't have to be just that. No, we can always add more words.
Yeah, because I have a question. When you wrote, I'm not sleepy, I'm hungry. In Spanish, it's like, no estás ni cansada ni con hambre.
Something like that. Yes, yes. That was the type. Sorry. But yes, we can always change depending on what we want to say, the preposition or the linking word. Remember, I think we're seeing a little bit of this. But depending on what you want to say, this can always change. No? So what about you, Larissa? How do you feel today? Try to mention something negative and then something positive.
I'm not bad. I can say that.
Bad? No, I don't think that's a feeling. It could be a adjective, maybe, like you're not a bad person, but it's not a feeling. Think about the feeling.
Y como, how I say mal.
I'm not. In negative, you could say, I guess, not feeling well. I feel bad. Yes, I think we have to be with feel, no? I feel bad. But what is the difference between the use of be and other verbs? No, you have to have one verb, one or another. You cannot have both, unless it's the continuous tense. But you can say, I feel bad, but not I'm bad. But using the verb be, how could you describe a feeling? Do you feel sick? Or it could be, I'm sad.
Maybe. Yes, and I'm not sad.
But
just confused.
Okay, it could be. But just confused. Or we can also add the other word, right? But I feel bad. No?
Okay.
So that sounds better. No, because if you say I'm bad, you're saying that you are bad, you are bad. No, that's not good. But you feel, here we will have to describe. No, because this is adjective. And an adjective sometimes could be used in different situations, right? But because it's an adjective, we can use it to describe a feeling, but we have to describe it as feel. No? I feel bad. No?
Okay.
It's the same with good. No? I'm good. Well, I'm a good person, maybe. No? Or I feel good. There's a difference. All right? Okay. For use of verb be, or maybe fifth. Yes, fifth, feelings. Let's see the sixth one. We can use the verb be to talk about looks, how something looks, right? So, oops. Okay, let's describe something. Let's describe the look of something. Daniel, can you describe maybe, do you have any pets?
Yes, I have.
Okay, can you describe one of your pets?
My dog is
How's your dog?
is like a, how can I say, oveja?
A sheep.
Sheep?
Sheep.
Oh. Yeah, but my dog is like a sheep.
Okay. Or maybe my dog looks
like a sheep. Yeah.
But is not right. But let's see another example. For example, if I talk about my cat, not my cat, I can say my cat is cute. This is saying cute, you know the meaning, no? Cute, very cute. I'm using the verb be to describe, and this is an adjective, no? Cute, pretty, ugly, beautiful, right? So in this case, the verb be will be plus an adjective, no?
Okay.
Describe about looks. Okay. So what about you, Larissa? Can you describe something? Let's see. Do you have brothers or sisters?
Yes.
Okay, can you try to describe your brother or sister, but their looks? How do they look like? So you will have to use an adjective.
Mm.
Is it difficult or hard to do that?
I don't know. My brother look.
Or we can say also is, right? Or you have, if you have many brothers, my brothers are, no, depending. And then an adjective.
My brothers are,
Okay.
how I say, más pequeños.
Oh, shorter.
Shorter than me.
Okay, great. Then that's a comparative. Great job, Denny. All right. So we're describing that they are short, right? They're like they're not as tall, right? Right. So so another use. I believe this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 use of the verb be looks, right? So for example, I can say my mom is cute. No, I can describe maybe my university is wonderful. Or maybe my friends are awesome. No, I'm describing something. My university friend, my friend. Maybe my dogs, I have 2 dogs, are very annoying. Very annoying, especially one. Or I can say, my house is small. No, I can describe anything. All right. So let's continue. All right. Please remember the uses of the verb be, because in a little bit you're going to write. Okay, I'm going to share a docs with you guys and then you're going to share. Okay, now the last use of the verb be is skills. So we can use the verb be to talk about skills. So let's see, let's start to understand a little bit. That is Daniel, sorry. Could you read these 3 examples, please?
Yep. Luis is talented. Susan is smart. Luis is athletic.
So can you try to find a skill to describe yourself, Daniel, using the verb be like the example?
Skills.
Yes. These are examples of our skills. No, talented, smart, athletic. These are positive skills, right?
Yep.
Okay. Try to find one adjective, please, to describe yourself. And meanwhile, you can also do that, Larissa. All right. Try to describe or find one skill. So I will say it might not sound like a skill, to be honest, but I'm going to start with something small. Okay. I am a perfectionist. I'm not sure if it's good, all right? But it could be a skill, right? So what about you guys? How can we say?
I'm thinking.
Okay, yeah, sure, no problem. What about you, Larissa?
How I say detallista, o
Okay.
sería lo mismo que perfeccionista.
Yeah, it's similar, right? I think so. Yeah, I think it's the same. It's very similar, no? Can you try to find another one, maybe? What about you, Daniel?
I'm passionate, maybe.
Okay. Okay, let's try to find something that you are not. Maybe that will be easier. How can you say something negative? Like something that you are
Negative.
not. Mhm.
I'm not a liar, for example.
Okay. Okay, great. And what will be the positive skill?
For that one,
Yeah.
I'm
Liar.
honest.
Okay. But what's that? Liar, liar. Okay, sometimes liar. Sometimes I get confused with the word. Liar. What is that? That's correct. I don't know. I'm getting liar.
Liar.
Yeah, with A, no? Yeah, sorry. Okay, what about you, Larissa? Can you try to find something that you're not and then something that you are? Like this example. Something that you're not. Sometimes it's easier.
I'm not at no.
I'm not.
How I say irresponsable.
Okay. It's very similar. I'm not responsible. Okay. But something positive.
But I don't know, they dedicate.
Okay, then great. All right. So as you can see, we can always use a positive and a negative statement to describe the skills or anything to using the verb, no? So basically that's what we're going to do now. All right. So you want to review the other uses or you remember them, guys? We have seen 2, 4, 6, 7 so far. Okay, really quick. We've seen occupations, remember number 1. Number 2, nationalities. Number 3, age. Number 4, hate. Number 5, feelings. Number 6, looks. And number 7, skills. All right. So what are we going to do now? Very easy. We're going to personalize information. So let me share this. Let's see, what is it? Oh, I think it's already on the chat. Yeah. So you're going to try to write 2 sentences using each use of the verb be. So that means, sorry, that the 7 uses, no? Each of the uses. So the first one was nationality, no? No, occupation, sorry. What else? What else do you remember, guys? What were the other uses?
Nationalities.
Yes.
Age.
Okay.
Hate. Feelings.
Okay.
Looks and skills.
feeling, looks, and so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. So now just access to the link that I just shared. I think someone else is already there. And the only thing that you're going to do that is try to use 2 sentences. Sorry, but these 2 sentences is like one negative and one affirmative. Okay. So like the examples we did. All right. So any questions, guys? Let's do this before we play a little game.
Okay.
Okay, great. So it's always about yourself, no?
Yeah, a complete sentence with all that information.
Yes. If each of the uses, no? Occupations, nationalities, age. So for example, if I talk about age, I could say an example, not just an example. That's how you should. I'm not, I could say, no? I'm not 31. I'm 35, for example, no? So here I have the negative, no? And then here I have the positive, right? So it's basically how we should do it. Always a negative and then an affirmative.
Okay, we
All right?
have to use the 7.
The what, sorry?
The 7
Yes.
uses.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, guys. So I'll be taking a look of each, how you are working, and then maybe in 5 minutes, we can review the answers, and then we are going to jump to the next exercise, okay?
Okay.
Okay, great. I'm going to turn off my camera and my microphone so don't distract, okay, guys? Thank you.
Thank you. Teacher.
Yes, sorry. Do you have any questions, maybe?
Teacher,
Yes.
we have to write another sentence with affirmative, just with affirmative, or that's or that this is okay.
Um, okay, you're in feelings. But I'm not fat. Okay, I'm not competitive, but I'm dedicated. Yes, in that case, you're talking about skills. Yeah, looks good. I would say that looks good. The only thing we're going to fix that in some cases, well, we're seeing that they have to, we have to use the verb be, right? So I'm not, it could be directly, no? Maybe I'm not healthy directly,
Oh,
but I'm not
but
too fat.
but
No?
this is with looks. How my, for example, body looks, or my physique
Yeah,
looks.
yeah. Yeah, you know, both ways are
Ah,
correct.
yeah, I
You know what
can
I mean?
change with I'm
Yes.
I'm not look healthy.
I'm not healthy, simply, no? Maybe negative, like that. Not healthy. Sorry.
Okay, without the looks.
Yeah, because it's too long. You know, remember English is always like short, fast, no?
Okay,
Contraction. So I'm not healthy. It's saying the same thing that you're saying. This is just a shorter way to say.
okay, thank you.
I'm not competitive, but I'm like, yes, no, it's shorter. That's what we're learning. No? So I guess you guys are done. I think the last one is missing for Larissa. So maybe we can give her 1 minute left.
Okay.
And then let's review it. Okay, thank you guys. Okay, guys, sorry. So let's review. Could you really quick read what you have? Maybe we can start with Daniel. Thank you.
Sure. Mm, I'm not a designer, but I'm a software developer. I'm also not Brazilian because I'm Bolivian, and I'm not 1.72 meters tall. I'm 1.8. Today I'm not feeling excited because I'm tired. I'm not healthy, but I'm not too fat. I'm not competitive, but I'm dedicated.
Excellent, great job. So that sounds great. Sounds excellent, very good. I'm not. You can also just say no. I'm not today. I'm not. Well, but maybe I will advise you guys to maybe get this app. It's very helpful. It's called, what is it called? I'm not sure if you can see Momentum. No, it's not Momentum, it's Grammarly. It's very helpful. So you can see, right? Grammarly,
Yep.
it's great. So for example, when I'm reviewing writing, so that's simple. Now, if I need to find maybe synonymous, I get many, right? Feeling, thinking, holding, considering, blah, blah, blah. It changes each time a little bit, not to believe it, saying, to give an impression, suggesting, appearance, to experience, responding, observing, etc. So it helps you to grow your vocabulary, guys. So if you are using maybe, or well, in your case, I would say that it will be helpful for you, Daniel, because you're in this field and you are learning using English. So it's very easy. It's Grammarly, no? So
Okay.
I
I
would
will.
advise, yes, for both of you. It also has an app. Let me share. So for example, if at some point you need to have or write in English, I'm going to open it. I'm going to show you really quick, okay? Because these little things sometimes we don't really know, because I've seen it a lot in YouTube. But if I didn't use it before, I wouldn't have known how many uses does it has. So obviously here I'm asking to sign in, but you can write and then you can review. I'm going to show you really quick, okay? Just give me 10 seconds. Let me show you.
It's also an application for the Mac.
Yeah, it's an app, but also you can use it as an extension. The one that I'm using, I think, is an extension. I'm not sure, for Chrome.
Yeah, it's an extension.
Or Chrome, or in my case for Safari, I guess. But for instance, here, I was taking a course, and each time that I will use it, it will correct me. So for example, here, I'm not sure about what I was writing about. But you can check many things. It's great. If at some point you need to write, for example, here is marking, is saying assess is incorrect, so I can fix it. The students, no? And then I can find a synonymous, antonyms, as you can see, no?
Yep.
It's very helpful. So guys, I will advise you to use it. So that's all, okay? Let's go back.
Thank you.
Your turn, Larissa, your. Let's see. Okay, Larissa, could you read your little, your sentences, please?
I'm not a doctor. I'm a community manager. He isn't Brazilian. He is Bolivian. She isn't 26. She is 25 years old. I'm not 1.70. I'm 1.67 meters tall. I'm not sick, just I'm tired. The moon isn't big, but looks beautiful. She isn't athletic, but she is healthy.
Okay, great job. The only thing that I changed is just. The rule tells us that just comes after the verb. So just after, no, I'm just tired.
Yes, I'm tired.
Yeah, or just tired. No, I'm tired. If you want to erase this, I'm tired. No? For example, there we can see synonyms of just. Bored, what was our, maybe that's it, tired. Bored, worn, worn out. So it's very helpful, guys. Okay, great. Thank you very much, guys. So let's continue to see the next content, and then we are going to summarize the whole thing. Okay? So now let's see have. Sometimes we get confused because the uses of both of them are similar but different at the same time. So let's see some of them. So the first use, and now let's go to have, all right, with other verb. We can use the verb have to describe how a person looks, but it's used in a different way. Why? Because we're using either have or has, right? Remember, he, she, it, and it uses has, no? And the rest have. That's the rule usually. The rest have. Here we have to use no, and then we mention whether. So Daniel, could you read these examples, please? Thank you. Sorry, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Emily has brown eyes. Emily has brown hair. Susan and Laura have beautiful smiles.
Excellent. Thank you very much. So let's practice it. You guys talk about yourself. Okay. Can you try to describe something about yourself, Larissa, using have or has? What do you think you need to do?
Teacher, what is the difference with brown or brunette?
Brown is a color. Brunette, I will say it's a little bit more specific. For example, you can say someone is white. I guess it's not correct to say, but when someone has the lighter skin, you say they're white, right? Brunette is like you're not black, but you're in the middle, right? So it's like a figure. Maybe we have white or maybe blonde before, then brunette, but the color is brown. I think it's more accurate if you use brown to describe something, because brunette it will be like your ethnicity, maybe. So for example, I will say, I hope it doesn't sound bad, but I will say, you, Larissa, you're white, right? I'm brunette. Daniel, I think you're also white. Sorry, but you were just making a difference, right? So yeah. But it will be incorrect if you say, oh, you're brown. No, brunette is more like the category, no?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so how would you say this?
I have ¿se puede decir objeto?
Yes, anything that is related with how do you look, no? Like an example goes eyes, your hair, your smile, no? How can you describe about yourself?
I have white skin.
Okay, it could be a have or has, and I guess then it's the adjective, huh? Okay. What about you, Daniel? How can you describe yourself?
I have black hair. I have glasses. It's correct glasses or?
going to get there because that's more like possession. But here is more like looks related with your body, no?
Oh, okay.
Mhm. So for example, I can say I have, we can describe you, no? I have short hair. You have short hair, right?
Yep.
Larissa, and now is have or has? Larissa,
Has.
has, right? Larissa has or she has long hair or maybe blonde hair. No, her hair is light. Blonde hair. So anything that is related with your body, no, you can, it is your look, no? So yes, that's all. Any questions?
How can I say, for example, if I have little will be hair in my arms? How can I say that? It's the same.
I guess the adjective will be hairy. You can say I have hairy arms because it has hair, right? Hairy arms.
Hairy arms.
Yeah.
Describing.
Yes, it's describing your arms, no? Or you can say, Uy. Sorry, one second. Sorry, it's very windy here. All right. So anything that is related with your body, you can say, no, I have, and then how they are, no? I can say I have, I have long arms. No, you're describing. Remember, it's a just basic description of something. No? The adjective goes before the thing. No, I have long arms, or I have thin legs. No, you're describing something about your body. Or maybe Daniel, usually guys have a white yes, white shoulder, sorry. White shoulder. No, usually guys have white shoulders, no? Or anything. No, you're describing your body. So we use how to describe looks, but we have to be specific, right? What you're describing. What part of your body? Your arms, your face, your legs, your stomach, anything. No, your feet, your fingers, your nails, anything, okay? So that's it. Okay, so this is the use that you were saying, Daniel, before, possession. Now, for example, you said, I have glasses. No? So, but this is possession, it's yours, right? You have glasses. So anything that you have, that it's yours, it's possession, and we use have or has, right? So, Daniel, could you read these two examples, please? Thank
you. Susan has a big office. Laura and Louis have good computers.
Excellent. So we are describing possession, right? But also pay attention. They're also describing how they are these things. No, they're not just saying she has an office. They're saying Susan has a big office. No, this is the adjective. No? And they're not saying Laura and Luis have computers, just computers, right? They're also saying they have good computers. So they're also adding a little bit more of information. No? Okay. Maybe we can say something, we can describe maybe something about your glasses. No? What type of glasses do you have, Daniel?
I have glasses with blue protector.
Okay. Maybe to make like an adjective where you can say I have special glasses.
Yeah, could be.
But it has to be an adjective, no? Or maybe the color. What color are your glasses?
I have black glasses.
Black glasses. Excellent. No? So he's describing something that it's his, no? What about you, Larissa? Well, how can you describe something that you have? It could be anything. That's possession, right? Possession.
I have white. Ay, me olvidé cómo es audífono.
Okay. I have white headphones.
Headphones.
Nice, great. I can say I have purple case. Now I have this thing. This is my Bible. So I have a purple case, no? So I don't know. So I'm mentioning something and also I'm adding a little bit more information, no? The adjective, all right? It's possession, but we can also describe it, okay? Any questions so far, guys? Just remember the difference between have and has, that's all. All right, great.
Yeah, it's okay.
Awesome. Let's see the next one. We've seen two uses so far, right? Looks and possession, right? Let's see the third one. Now, for example, remember we were making examples. I have, I'm this, or I'm not this, but I'm this, right? So when we want to make negative statements with have or has, we use the form, we use do or don't or does or doesn't to make negative statements. Okay, this is part of the present simple. Remember, do or don't, we use it for questions or negative statements, right? And doesn't or does or he, she, it. Remember? It's the same as has, no? So, well, obviously doesn't. We use it with this, right? He, she. Just the singulars, right? Besides I. So maybe Daniel, could you read these two examples, please? These are negative and affirmative statements.
Okay. Luis doesn't have a nice office. Laura has a nice office. Laura and Susan have big office.
All right. So for example, the first one is negative, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't have a nice office. How can we make the second statement negative too?
Hasn't. Not.
Okay. Actually, like not like we've seen here, when we want to say something negative, we use doesn't. Not has.
Laura doesn't has.
Yes. Okay. Doesn't. But in this example, like in the other examples, when we have the auxiliary verb, any rule disappears, right? So Laura is going to continue being has, or it changes to have?
It changed.
Yes. Laura doesn't have, right? Because this is the use of auxiliary verb, right? What about the third one, Larissa, sorry. How can we, thank you very much, Elaine. How can we change this last tense to negative?
Laura and Susan don't have big office.
All right. So because they're plural, right? Don't. And we don't change anything, right? So that's the use of negative. We have to use the auxiliary verb do, in this case, negative don't or doesn't. All right, please remember that for have. And any questions, guys?
No, teacher.
Okay, thank you. And finally, when we use the verb have for questions, we use the same auxiliary verb. All right, do or does. Larissa, could you read this example, please? Thank you.
Does your office have a window? Yes, it has a huge window.
Excellent, thank you very much. So we are using the auxiliary to make a question, right? Why does? Because we're talking about a she, right? Her. And we're talking about possession, right? Does her office have a window? And then they go, yes. Not this type of question. Remember when we start with auxiliary verb, modal verb, verb be, etc. It's a yes, no question, right? And then does her office have a window? And they go, yes. And then they go, it has a huge window, not any window, a huge one, right? It's also being used to describe something, no? It has a huge window. Huge is like big, very big window, no? So let's see. Can you think of a question that we can make with do and have or has? Maybe we'll have. No, it's have. Can you think of a question that we can make, guys? Think about maybe possession.
Do you have a bicycle?
Do you have a bicycle or a bike? It's more common
Bike,
to
sorry.
bike. Have a bike? Larissa, this question is for you. Do you have a bike, Larissa?
No, I don't.
Okay. Don't. Now, remember, guys, we don't always say yes, no, right? Maybe we can add other information. So something related with a bike, Larissa, what can you mention here? Instead of having a bike, what do you have instead of a bike that it could be similar to maybe exercise outside?
No, I don't. I have a car.
Okay, I have a car. Okay, that's good. So you have something else to move, no? Or no, I don't. But you can say anything, honestly. But I don't.
Skateboard.
Yes, but I have a skateboard. Or even simpler than that. No, I don't, but I like to run. No? So always try to give more information because remember this no, I don't is just no, right? Because this don't doesn't have any meaning. You're just saying no. And it's not polite if we speak like that. No, we always have to give information. And now to continue the interaction, because obviously this is a question. Imagine this is a question that maybe someone asks you, and then you can go, and what about you? What about you? Or, and you? No? Oops, sorry. You? No? You never just say answer and then you stay quiet. No, you have to continue the interaction. Remember that, it's important because we're engaging in conversations. Okay, so let me see. I have a game. Let me find it. And we're going to play on Kahoot. Okay, so maybe you can start going on Kahoot. And I'm going to share the game in just a second. Okay, so I think my internet's a little bit slow. See my screen? I don't think you are. Sorry, guys. It's very slow. So let me close some things. Maybe that will help. Okay, now you should be able to see. Can you see? Sorry guys, I think you're not listening to me. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we go.
Okay, great. So you will get the code in a second. You can start going to Kahoot. And that's the code. Okay, great. Let's start, guys. Sorry, I'm having my camera off because my internet is a little bit slow. Okay. Okay, so how can we fill this sentence? Am, are, has, or have?
Yeah, it's a little bit slow because we
Right?
can't see the
What about-
options. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right, great. No, we're talking about how do you feel, no? And okay, let's continue next. Okay. How can we fill this answer? Larissa, could you read this sentence, please?
These students are very smart.
Smart, great. Is, have, has, are. Excellent. Digit. Daniel, could you read the sentence, please?
He has a lot of money.
Excellent. A lot. It sounds like a little bit like not a lot.
A lot of money.
Excellent. Next one. Thomas is, have, has, are. Larissa, could you read the sentence, please?
Thomas has 2 children.
Okay. Mary has, is, have, are. Excellent. No, we're talking about age, so is. Daniel, could you read it, please?
Mary is 24 years old.
Okay. What about this sentence? Do not have, is not, are not, are not. Great. Larissa, could you read it, please?
The athletes
All right.
are not tired.
All right. So I remember I mentioned this before when we were practicing pronunciation. So sometimes TH sounds like, right? So in this example, it's Athlete. Athlete, something like that. No, but it sounds TH sounds like athlete. This doesn't have any sound. Can you repeat after me, please, Larissa? Athletes.
Athletes.
No, sec. Athletes.
Athletes.
Don't make a difference between us and then leads. No, it's together. Repeat after me, please. Fleets. Fleets.
Three.
Yes, fleets. Como slits, but con Z. Fleets. It's athletes.
Athletes.
Yes, excellent. Better. So it's together, right? Athletes. It's faster.
Athletes.
Yes, but
Athletes tired. Are not tired.
tired. Yes, excellent. So in this example, no, TH sounds like no athletes. Great. Thank you, David. Let's see. Let's see. All right. What about in this sentence? How can we feel this? All right. Let's see. Daniel, could you read it, please?
He has your back.
Excellent. So possession, right? Excellent. Thank you very much. Let's see the next question. Okay. What about this one, guys? How can we feel? All right. Larissa, your turn, please. Let's read the sentence.
They are very happy.
Excellent. Are. Or it could also be there, right? There. All right, next one. Great. Daniel, please.
My teacher has glasses.
Great. Next one. Good job, guys. What about here? How do we feel? Nice. Larissa, could you read it, please?
My father has a new job.
Great. Very good. All right. Next one. Okay. What about here? Great. Daniel, could you read it, please?
Mary is not 12 years old.
Great. Then we can go, she is, and then her correct age, right? Maybe she is 10, no? Okay. We can also say Mary isn't, right? Mary isn't because contractions, right? We have to use contractions. What about here, guys? Larissa, could you read it, please?
It isn't a blue notebook.
Yes. Here, we could have also used it has or hasn't. However, it will be a little bit weird to describe that a thing has something for themselves, no? It should be a person, maybe. to say that something belongs to them. No, for example, I have or she has a blue notebook, but because it's it, that doesn't apply because it doesn't make sense, right? Even if it's an animal cannot have a blue notebook. I don't think it will be weird. That's why it's verbiage, right? And obviously wasn't plural because it's one, right? It's one. So let's continue. Okay, a question. How do we make a question? What do we need to make a question? Okay, great. So, Larissa, could you read it, please? Thank you.
Are you my cousin?
Great. Very good. Are you my, well, sorry, here will be cousin. No, oh, like this, the combination of these two, this diphthong is, no, cousin. Are you my cousin? Now remember, C, right? Cousin.
Cousin.
Yes, excellent. Next. Okay, a question. Next. There was any other option, no? Daniel, could you read the question, please?
And I your teacher?
Excellent, great. All right, another question. All right, Larissa, could you read it, please?
Is it a pencil case?
Great. Is it? Okay. Next. What about this statement? Very good. Daniel, let's read it, please.
My dog has a long tail.
Okay. Has a long tail. A long tail. Great. Not just any tail, no, this describe a long tail. This is an adjective, not long. Next. They, how can we fill that? Right. Larissa, let's read it.
They have the correct answer.
Yes, the correct.
The correct answer.
Excellent. Great job. Thank you very much. Next. These boys excellent. So Daniel, can you read us this? Thank you very much.
These boys have blue eyes.
Great. Great job, guys. And finally, Sandra and I. What? Great. And Larissa, could you read the last one, please?
Sandra and I have 5 pets.
Excellent. All right, let's see how you did, guys. Oh, there is one more. Oh, sorry. The question. How can we start the question? All right, Daniel, could you read the last one? Thank you.
Are they sad today?
Nice. So they're talking about feelings, no? Are they sad today? Okay, so let's see the podium next. So there's no third, obviously, Camila is not here. Second, there is Albert. And first, reflex. Right. So now we're going to see this exercise. Let me close this page. Okay, great. So now we have this little reading. And the title is The Lungs. It's quite short, no? It's a long paragraph, a big paragraph. And the only thing that you have to do, guys, is choose between the options. All right. And then after that, maybe we can read, and each of you is going to try to tell us what this paragraph is about. All right. So, any questions? Maybe, I'm not sure, each of you can share it, it's fine. And then try to take turns to choose between the answers.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to give you the permission. Who is going to share this? Larissa or Daniel?
I can.
Okay,
I can
great.
share.
Okay, so maybe you can start the first one. Let's do this. You're going to start reading until a period, not period, or maybe a comma, and then Larissa is going to continue. All right, that's the first period. Yes, great. You read that until there, and then Larissa, it will be your turn until another period. Sorry. All right, periods, no? So
Okay.
let's start with me. Thank you. And you choose obviously the option, not the correct option. Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Long have two boys and a girl.
Yeah, great. Next one. Larissa, your turn.
Their names are Tom, Jack, and Sue.
Tom is 20.
He is a student.
He is in Paris now.
Jack and Sue are pupils. They
Oh, it
Yeah,
should be.
this is
go
Yes, that's a
to
mistake.
school.
Yeah, that's fine. But you can complete the sentence. Huh? You read until a period, please, Marisa.
They go to school.
Yes, they go.
they are in London with their parents.
Right?
Jack and Sue are very good friends.
They like to play together.
Jack plays football for his school and Sue dance.
Excellent.
No,
Dance or dances.
dances.
Okay. Sue is a very good dancer.
The family likes their pets.
They have white mice. What is mice, teacher?
It's like a rat, mice.
They have white mice, 3 little birds in a cage, and an old turtle.
Yes. It's turtle.
Turtle.
Yes, excellent.
On Sundays, the lawn goes to the park or go to a cinema together.
Go or go? Go. What do you think?
Go.
All right. We can go and review the answers.
Okay.
Okay. All right, we have two mistakes. And it's related with plural or singular, right? And we have Jack and Sue. It should be are, right? Are.
Yep.
And in the last sentence, the lungs, it's plural, no, but it's not singular. That's why they go. No? They go.
Okay.
Mhm. So,
Okay.
so
What
let's
is
see. So, yeah, sorry.
pupils?
Like it could be like students. It's just,
Pupilo?
yeah, exactly. So one that is
Thank you.
learned. Mhm. Any other question?
No, not really.
Okay, great. So let's try to describe this paragraph in your own words, but you don't have to give many details. Not like it's here is very specific. But try to summarize like in a general way. So how will you do that? How can you describe this paragraph in your own words? It's okay if you're not sure. It's okay if we make some mistakes. That's totally fine. But try to don't mention details because they mention very specific details, no? That they have
Yeah.
blah blah blah. These details. In a general way, how could you describe this?
The family lungs have two boys and a girl.
Mhm.
They are no. Tom is in Paris now,
Right?
and Jack and Sue are puppies. No. And Jack and Sue are in London
Mhm.
with their parents. Maybe Larissa can continue.
Yeah, that's fine.
They have uh, many talents or skills.
Okay, good. What else?
They have animals.
Yes, they have maybe pets. No, that's I think
Pets,
pets. Mhm. But
and
many,
other animals.
yes. Mhm.
Mm,
What else?
they they pass time.
Okay.
No, no. Ellos pasan tiempo.
Yes, spend. Spend.
They spend time together.
Excellent. Yes, great job. So, great job, guys. So when we are trying to mention or describe things in our own words, I know it's tricky, right? Sometimes we might need some vocabulary, but we can say something like this. This is just an example. So we can say the Langs are a big family. Maybe maybe we can count how many family members are in this family, guys.
5.
5. No, they are 5 family members in this family. And we can say, how many kids do they have? Kids in general.
3.
They have 3 kids, no? Then maybe we can mention maybe a detail or two, but I don't know if they're important. No, maybe the parent is away or he's in another country. No, right? He's in Paris. Apparently, he's in another country. And there are some other things. Not they have many hobbies. Maybe we can say they enjoy having many pets and different animals in their house, and they like to maybe spend time together, no, like the last sentence that Larissa mentioned. No, so it's always let's try to always use our own words to describe. No, when we summarize something. So let's finish with this last exercise, guys, to see if we understood the difference between this. And I know we have 2 minutes, but it's very short. So maybe this one you can share it, Larissa. We will finish with this. It's very, very short. We're just going to choose between options. Please let me know if you can do it. Great. Okay. So maybe we can start, Larissa, and we have a sentence, and then let's choose one of the options. Okay. Maybe let's read the sentence too, and then we'll jump to the next one, and Daniel will answer the next one. Okay.
They are having fun at the beach.
Excellent. Okay. Daniel, your turn, please.
Can you show the drop down? Yeah. I am shopping for apples at the store.
Great. Next.
He's doing his homework tonight.
Great. Next one.
You are my best friend.
Great.
It does feel good when I exercise.
We like visiting family on Friday.
What?
Do.
Okay.
Great.
I do think that I can win the race.
Great.
You have to go and wash your hands.
Excellent.
She has to clean her room right away.
Right away. Yes. And finally.
We have enough money to buy candy.
All right, let's review the answer and see if you guys have any questions. And let's scroll down a little bit and click on finish. Thank you. Great. No, as you see, it's easy. We just need to practice and maybe, I don't know, use it in different situations. Do you have any questions, guys? Some words that maybe you don't know?
Yeah, about everything that we learned.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure in when we use, for example, likes or like. The other verbs, for example, plays and play.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. And let me share my screen really quick, please. Larissa will explain this really quick.
I know that we learned this, but
That's fine.
that is the only thing that I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. So the rule in present tense, it says that he, she, and it. We have to add the verb s. We have to add s to the verb. So for example, Larissa plays soccer, for example. No? So the rules tell us that with these subjects, we have to add s when we are describing something in present simple, which if you remember, guys, is for routine, maybe things that we do over and over again, right? So, or
Okay.
maybe facts, no? General facts. But it's not the same if I talk about myself or other plural. I say I play soccer. No, there is no rule that I have to add this s. So they play basketball.
This is following the same thing for example, with has or does,
Yes.
is it?
Exactly. Yes. It's usually the same rule always, but in different with different verbs, sometimes auxiliary verbs.
Okay, that's a good thing to remember.
All right. Yes. So
Teacher.
any other question maybe?
And if negative, the verb is in base form, right?
If it's negative, this is a simple past tense. That's a simple
Present.
present simple. Yes. Present simple. In the present simple, the auxiliary verb is do or does, no? So yes, so for example, if we were talking about he, she, it, and we want to make a question, we use does, for example, no? Does she play? No, the rule disappears. It's not plays anymore, it's just play. Does she play soccer? No, for example, this is a question, right? If it's a negative statement, it's the same. So,
With the sentence, Larissa plays soccer, and the negative, Larissa doesn't play soccer.
exactly. So Larissa doesn't play. No, this rule of adding this s disappears in questions and disappears in negative statements because we have the auxiliary verb there. Now, because of the use of does, the rule disappears.
Okay.
So usually it's that simple, guys. It's not really that complicated. Just try to remember that sometimes when we have an auxiliary verb, any rule that is going to be there, it doesn't apply anymore. It's similar in past tense, but when we are there, I'm going to also explain it, no worries.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Any other questions, guys? All right, great. So let's run today's polls, and that will be it for today. Okay. Thank you, guys. And don't forget to work on my English lab exercises. I'm going to double check. I think I already assigned the exercises, but I'm going to check one more time just in case. And you will have to work on this, I believe, I think it's until Friday, no? I think it's until Friday. But I will check, no worries.
Okay.
Okay, thank you guys. Have a great day. And I'll see you tomorrow in the, don't forget to schedule the calls, please.
Okay, thank you.
Bye guys, have a great night.
Bye, teacher.
Bye.
Bye bye, teacher.
Bye.